Hi everyone, it's Tess from teachwithtess.com and I am so happy to be with you today, especially because this is the first video of 2021 that I have made here outside in the garden. I apologise in advance if you hear any hammers or cars, or you can probably hear the birds, but they're fine. Anyway, it's lovely to be back outside. So today I'm going to be talking all about why I am still working for Wales English. I've been with them for over 18 months now, and I just wanted to explain 5 reasons why I still work for them and love working for them. Although I'm also going to mention the things that I don't like so much, because I think it's really important, if you're considering Wales English as a company for you, that you have all the pointers that you need. I have made a specific pros and cons video about it, which I'm going to link here, whichever side it is, so you can go and check that out. And you'll find on my channel a ton of videos about ESL teaching online, working from home, and of course Wales English and Magic Ears. So let's jump straight in, and I'm going to tell you my 5 reasons why I still work for Wales English. So let me just start a little bit by giving you a quick background on me and how I ended up with Wales. I've actually worked in education for 20 plus years, both abroad. In France, I had my own ESL company. Here in the UK, I've worked in state school, I've worked in international schools over in Belgium. So I've been in education a long time. And I jumped into online teaching back in 2019. Very good choice at that time, because it was just before the pandemic. And I really did it because my project, along with my partner, is that we are going to travel, and I wanted somehow to be able to teach without borders. Didn't want to be in a classroom anymore, didn't want to be in a school with 4 walls. So this was a choice I made, and it has given me this freedom to travel. Now, it's been a really great experience these last 18 months with Wales, and I'm now going to tell you these 5 reasons why I still work for Wales, although I have also got a contract with Magic Ears now, and why I really do love Wales. Here they are. So let me tell you about the first thing: stability. Now, the USP for Wales English is what they call their regular classes. Now, the regular class system is a 30-week block, roughly, of one particular class, and these are with 2 kids. They last for this period of time, and you see them every week at the same time. So for instance, I teach 19 now, or 20 hours a week, and I see the same kids every single week. Now, stability for me has been a very key thing in my choice for Wales, because I wanted to know what I was doing every week, because I wanted to know how much income I was going to make every week. And for me, this has been an absolute godsend. It's also wonderful because you get to know the kids so well. And I've now got students that I teach who are on their 3rd block of 30 weeks. So I've been teaching them for almost as long as I've been with Wales, and it's great because you get to know them so much. So stability is my number 1 thing, and that is the key reason that I love Wales English. It really is, for me, key reason. Now, the second thing I will say about Wales is that they have the most wonderful students. It sort of links into what I've just said, but you really do meet fantastic students. And out of the 20 different classes that I've been teaching every week, plus trials sometimes at the weekend, I would say that 99.9% of those students are lovely. They work hard, they're really sweet, they come with all the different personalities that all kids will always bring, but in general I just find them absolutely lovely to work with. And as I said before, the fact that you get to know them so well, as well as their parents, is just such a bonus for me, because it really sort of reduces the fact that you're sitting in your office, cupboard, bathroom, hotel room, wherever it is that you're teaching from. It sort of reduces this space, and it makes you feel like you actually really do have a great connection with these kids. And to be honest, I really do. I would love to go to China. I'd love to meet them. I'd love to meet their families. Don't know if it'll ever happen, but certainly I've managed to build a real bond with those students that you simply cannot do if you only see them once, which is the case in some companies, such as Magic Ears. It's a totally different way of teaching. It's got its benefits, but I love this connection you can build with the students. So that's the second reason. The third reason that I absolutely love Wales is that it's enabled me consistently to have a full schedule. Now, when I first started working, I was teaching like crazy I was teaching, I had 7 days a week open, but I only ever kept my weekends for flexible slots, i.e. They could only ever be filled with trials because I did not want to have the commitment. Sorry about the aeroplane. Go away, aeroplane. I didn't want to have the commitment of needing to be in a regular class every weekend because Paul and I, my partner and I, and my kids or whatever, I want to be able to go and do other things at the weekend. But my five weekdays, always full. It took about 2 months to really fill up, and it's been almost consistently full, certainly for the last 10 months, I'd say. I have no more space now, and every time a class finishes, they renew, so it just carries on. It carries on. I've tried to shut some slots down, didn't work because they're renewing and I struggle to say no. I love the kids I teach there anyway. There you go. So having a full schedule, which means you know what you're going to earn, which means that just from my basic teaching pay every month, I'm making 1700. That's before bonuses. That's what I earn every month now, with 20 hours a week. So it's great. I love the fact that I know what I'm going to earn, and I love this consistency of a full schedule. Another thing I love about Wales is the secondary positions that are available for teachers, and it's really fun to be able to do something with a company that isn't just teaching, because it allows you to get to know staff and get to know the teachers in a way that you wouldn't necessarily get just from teaching. It also, of course, allows you to earn additional income. So for instance, I've had various secondary positions. I have made a video on this, so I'm going to link it here, and I've made some months I've doubled my income, teaching income, through referring, the webinars I've done on referring. I've done work with the teacher training department, and I've done video content for them. So all of these things have enabled me to get to know the company better and the staff better over in Beijing and other teachers, but it's also added to my income. So secondary positions are absolutely great. Some of them you need to be invited by Wales to do and have been in the company for a certain amount of time. Others you can just use your initiative. For instance, the webinars that they host every week for us, that are hosted by teachers for teachers. In general, it's the teachers who've come up with a great idea saying there's a gap, we need to have more training on X, Y and Z, and they'll send a proposal into Wales and say, look, I've got a great idea for a webinar, what do you think, could I do it? And if they say yes, off you go, and you get paid whatever it is that they decide to pay you for the webinar. It's great, and it helps other teachers. So the secondary positions are absolutely brilliant. I love that. So the fifth one I'm going to talk about, but it's not the last. The fifth one is the community that you can, or that we have at Wales English, with both the teachers and to a degree with the TCs and their team. I have found this absolutely fundamental to the reason that I love working for Wales, and it's because when you're working from home and you don't necessarily have contact with other people, it can feel quite isolating and quite lonely, and you can feel like you're a long way away from everything. There's no office environment that you may, or school environment, or whatever it is that you may have been used to before. And the fact that you've got such a fantastic and very, very positive Facebook group, in fact there are three to a degree, it's just fantastic. You have really experienced teachers who'll help the inexperienced teachers, and you have Wales staff in the official one who'll come and jump in and make, sort of inform us of various things. But the support in these Facebook groups are fantastic, and the teachers are all so supportive, so friendly. They all just want to help, and you just have this great circle of communication. It's fantastic. And then the TCs, I've had several. That's one thing that does happen because Wales is growing, it's changing, not all for the good, I can assure you of that. It is changing, but the TCs, they're the staff who are your direct contact over in Beijing, who help you liaise with the CS, who books your classes, etc. very important to develop that relationship. But you know, I'm really lucky. I've had some fantastic TCs and they're so responsive, and the one I've just lost has been back in touch saying, how are you, I hope you're well. You know, it's just lovely. You feel a bond, and I think that's important. When you're working away from an office, you want to feel connected to the company, and I fundamentally feel very connected to Wales English. So those are the 5 reasons why I love Wales still. I'm now going to talk very honestly about the things that I'm not so keen about. What are the changes that I've seen? And I think lots of people who, you know, we all don't do our research online before choosing a company to work for. And I'd say that the one thing that I've found, Wales has got stricter and stricter and stricter on its rules and how it wants its teachers to be and how it wants its teachers to teach. It's got quite restrictive rules about cancellations. Definitely not the company for you if you want something really easy to cancel, to change last minute. That is Magic Ears. If you want to hear about Magic Ears, I'll happily help you with them. I love Magic Ears. I work for them now at the weekend. But I just find that it has got far stricter. Now, I personally have not had any issues whatsoever, because I think fundamentally, if you're professional, you show up, you teach your classes to the best of your ability, you do the training they provide, you do all the CPD, and you're a good teacher. If you're a good teacher, you'll have no problem at all. And that's really why I've found these changes to be negligible for me. I'm crossing fingers that I'm never going to have any huge problems. I've had a few tech problems, but I've taken screenshots and I've shown my TC, and there's never been any issue with it. I ask for holidays when I'm tired. I've just had 2 weeks, about a month and a half ago. I'm having another 2 weeks because I need it. I need a break because it's quite intense, the sort of work we do. So certainly I think that's the hardest thing. They're changing some of the curriculum, which I think is great because it's evolving and you need to do that. But to me personally, I think it's the rules. It's the rules, the strictness of it that can be quite overwhelming. Not overwhelming, can be quite scary, I think, for teachers who haven't worked for a company like Wales. But the upside of that is that they have really good teachers, they do have a great curriculum, and they do want you to succeed. So they do support you with their TQD, the Teacher Quality Development Team. They're there to help. So it's a balance. It's what is most important to you, and for you. I think that is really key when you're choosing the company. What is the most important thing for you? Anyway, there you go. Those are my 5 reasons and some of the things that I like less. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you are interested in applying for Wales English, please contact me, because of course I can help you through. Have helped hundreds of people join Wales, and also Magic Ears if this is not for you. If you want something more flexible, that's the company for you. Anyway, I'll speak to you next time, hopefully from my garden. It's still lovely weather. Speak to you soon. Bye.